What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I guess it's popular for ex-employees of Twitter, in particular, probably the ones that are getting laid off, to spill the beans on Elon Musk. And it certainly seems that a lot of them continue to strongly dislike the man, probably with good reason, given that many of them had been fired. But also, it seems that the ideology inside of Twitter, the infection that is the ideology that was promoted there over years, really is rotten to the core. And just like Twitter's code, which continuously is breaking because it's so fragile, it seems like they're probably going to have to rebuild that from the ground up just as much as they're going to have to build up all of their employees from scratch. Now you see this William Legate, interesting, has a mask in his profile photo saying Elon Musk now has bodyguards flank him everywhere inside of Twitter headquarters, including accompanying him to the bathroom. He is reportedly paranoid that someone in the company may go rogue and stage a coup. I'm not actually sure if that's how coups work. I don't think if you beat up the boss that you get the company. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. But obviously the replies are full of people celebrating this, happy, downward spiral, it's afraid, all this kind of stuff, weakest man on earth. It's interesting. What's interesting. And then they go, fun fact, I once met Elon years ago at a nylon after party at Coachella. Leonardo DiCaprio was there, stumbling drunk to the bar, as was practically every A-list celeb. Elon was the only one there who had security and was with a girl of questionable. Yeah, that seems like a quite a claim to make. And what's interesting is these people are so obsessed, like with the orange man bad. He's the new orange man to them. And you see a Twitter engineer says at least 2 bodyguards accompany Elon Musk around Twitter headquarters, even to the restroom. I don't blame him. Elon Musk is accompanying around Twitter. The engineer who spoke to the BBC on the condition of anonymity to protect their employment said that their bodyguards were bulky and tall, like from a Hollywood movie. Wow, bodyguards that were big and strong? What a weird thing. It's not uncommon for high-flying executives and CEOs to be accompanied by bodyguards, or for companies to spend considerable amounts of money providing them with security. The engineer said that he thought Musk's use of bodyguards inside Twitter's headquarters in San Francisco suggested a lack of trust in the company's employees. Well, yeah, no kidding. I wouldn't trust half these people either. I think that, what's interesting is you just proved his point. Why are you tattling about your boss? You don't want to get fired? Go ahead and put your name behind it. The idea that you're doing something really bold by whining about your boss behind it, but quit your job and leave then. Musk's father said in January that he feared for his son's safety, even though he was protected by 100 security guards. Musk had upgraded Arrow's security system for their South Africa home with 24-hour armed guards, cameras, electric fencing. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, was handed an annual personal security allowance of $14 million, according to recent disclosure with the U.S. SEC. This covers staff, equipment, residential improvements to help keep Zuckerberg and his family safe, according to the filing. Shortly after acquiring Twitter in October, Musk laid off hundreds of the company's employees as part of a broad cost-cutting drive. He tweeted in May that owning Twitter probably won't increase my life expectancy. He was responding to a Twitter user who said that Musk should add more security guards to his team. I mean, the idea that the man feels unsafe, physically unsafe in his own, the company he owns, probably tells you there's a lot that we don't see. That he's genuinely concerned for his own safety. Twitter has also had more frequent technical glitches in recent weeks. It's become a breeding ground for fake accounts and bots. The platform is also increasingly becoming home to trolling and hateful conduct. There's nobody taking care of it, an engineer told the BBC. So this is the same leftist. I mean, I for one, obviously would say that, Twitter has gotten more aggressive, I think. But it's also a function of maybe some of the energy that I put out there or have put out there, right? So, it's a rod of my own making, so to speak, in this particular case anyway. But yeah, I'd say Twitter's gotten a little rougher. I still don't know, like, what a bot account is, like who's a bot, who's not a bot, all this kind of stuff, because it's hard to tell. Like, it's just hard to tell because I don't... I look and they follow me. I mean, I know sometimes when I see like, Google this term, or like Elon typed this tweet, or it's like some random crypto stuff. But I've never really had a lot of that. But I also don't have a huge account. So that, that could certainly be part of it. For someone on the inside, it's like a building where all of the pieces are on fire. One identified Twitter employee said to the BBC as part of an investigation published Monday. The employee revealed that San Francisco-based social media company is in a state of chaos, and many people in charge of creating and maintaining its security features that curb 60% of Twitter's trolling have been fired. I don't know that getting rid of trolling is really an important issue. I don't think it is, at least not for certainly... it seems like I'm more concerned with like the animosity and like kind of the general anger that seems to be whipping itself up more and more, myself included. I had something of a meltdown myself over the weekend. It says a totally new person without expertise is doing what used to be done by more than 20 people, the employee told the BBC. That leaves room for much more risk. Many more possibilities of things that can go wrong. Even in the safety front, many features meant to protect users no longer work like they did before Musk became chief twit because there's no one assigned to them. Lisa Jennings was head of Twitter's content design, responsible for introducing safety features that guarded users from hateful content. When she was laid off after Musk's acquisition, his team members, all of whom were fired since Musk's takeover, had designed the nudge feature that alerted users if their posts included trigger words or hateful language. I still see that occasionally, so I don't know if you could say that doesn't work. I think it does work. I mean, I've never reacted to it like, I should probably reword this tweet. That's weird. That's a weird thing to do. Overall, 60% of users deleted or edited their reply when given a chance through the nudge. That's actually higher numbers than I expected. But it's also the implication, I think, when you see that maybe you're going to catch a ban or break terms of service. I don't think I've ever changed my tweet because of that pop-up. I've only seen it a few times. I think like if you put a bunch of swears in there or something like that, it does that. There's no one to work on at that time amid disorderly environment. The Twitter employees who have said the company was on fire told BBC that when Musk is in the office, he always has 2 bodyguards with him, like in a Hollywood movie. They escort him everywhere, including the restroom. This is all basically Twitter insiders. We can't protect users from trolling under Musk. And I don't think Elon Musk cares about that. I genuinely don't. I don't think most users care about that. I think that my own viewers troll me all the time, and like that's okay. It's funny. That's a part of Twitter. That's a part of being a content creator. And usually, if you're not being like super emotional or something like that, you can see it. You can tell when it's coming. So, I will say that Twitter has been rough. I've really been rethinking my Twitter Blue subscription because I don't use any of the features. You see, Breaking BBC was trolled by insiders. P.S. There's a very simple way how to protect yourself from trolls on Twitter, and the simple how to use the block button, or to leave the platform, or to put your phone down. All these things. I mean, the idea that that Twitter was spending money to protect people from trolls seems like a huge waste of money, but I suppose that's just one man's opinion. If you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like on it. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.